This interesting car is a 1954 Ford Crestline Skyliner. It's a hardtop, of course, but as you can see, it's one of the factory specials that showed the engine via a plexiglass cutout in the hood. They sent these to dealers to demonstrate the new Y-block V8, and they didn't even have to open up the hood to do that. You just look through the plexiglass cover there. Notice the the compressor there in the engine compartment. This is a very, very unusual situation. This is the earliest air conditioner in a Ford car that I have ever heard of. It's truly an amazing find. Notice the lines going to the rear of the car where the evaporator sits. They're copper. And there's a valve there that controls the circulation of the coolant. The compressor is always on. There's a belt there that's not present right now, but there's a belt that connects the compressor. It's always on, but under normal conditions, without the air being on, it just circulates it through the compressor through the condenser in the front. Then when the lever is pulled in the interior of the car, the air conditioner becomes effective and routes the refrigerant to the evaporator, which sits in the trunk in the back of the car. Now you notice the transparent top, which is the mark there of the Skyliner. So we have two transparent areas, one in the hood and one in the roof of the car. There were 13,344 of these Skyliners made during this model year, but I don't know how many had the transparent hood. Now back there in the back seat you can see the ducting. It would take the cool air from the evaporator in the trunk and distribute it into the interior of the car. Notice this is a rare find. It was found in the garage in Maine, been unused for years. Notice the power windows and the Ford-O-Matic transmission. And you'll see air conditioning controls at the bottom of the dash. The transparent top looks in good condition. This is really an amazing condition, essentially for almost a barn find. And it certainly has to be a very rare car with this factory air conditioning. There you see the vents that would expel the cool air, and you see the intake vents that would bring air into the evaporator. Here's the trunk, and there is the evaporator. Novi is the manufacturer, and the owner tells me that Novi is still in business. So he's going to try to get parts for this car from Novi. And notice the spare tire. Oh, looks original, as are the tires on the car. And this car has a Continental kit. Notice how that little door allows you to fuel the car. Has backup lamps. Can't say enough about this car. It's just a very unusual car. And imagine the original tires. I really do believe they're Firestone gum dip tires, the same as the spare. They were flat when the owner found them and pumped them up and put them on put the car on a trailer, and it works. Now there's the controls for the air conditioning right there. That's how nice the interior is, and there's the power window switches. And side view mirrors. Everything is appropriate here for this car. Another view of the 239 V8.